All right, welcome to Paint Club. I'm Rick Strohmeyer, and we are live on a Monday.
I'm
Like to
sorry.
like to thank Nicole for soldering on, shivering in a blanket. All right,
I look so
so
pathetic. Oh my god.
busy ass time.
Sure.
Okay, let's see. Where are we going tonight? All right, so let's see. It is Monday. Thank you for everybody. Thank you for those tuning in on the recorded stream. All right, so we had to. Okay, that's fine. All right, so we were normally Saturday. We had to postpone till Sunday because of New York Comic Con, and then due to weather, we had to reschedule for today. So yeah, here we are.
But by weather he means under the weather because this bitch got food poisoning on Saturday night.
Oh, yeah.
And I sent a very lovely text message to
we
Rick that was like, I'm dying.
we do what we gotta do.
Like I made a boo boo and I ate something I probably shouldn't have.
That's
And now I'm
typically how
bunkered
we
up in
do it.
hell.
That's typically how we do it. So All right, so I will be painting tonight
I will be
because
cuddling myself.
so there will be lots of live painting tonight. There will be live painting until November. It's almost.
You say be in bed. I will in a little bit. Let me be on here first. I've been in bed all day. Okay, let me be on here for just a smidge, and then I'll let Rick have his. I'll let Rick have his own show.
There you go. All right, hey Dylan, what's up? Thanks for joining us on a Monday. I hope it is as glorious for you as it is for the rest of us. And by the rest of us, I don't mean Nicole. Nobody
It's
wants
not as
that
bad
shit.
as yesterday. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Ow.
All right, so let's see. Do our little housekeeping as my notes are not in front of me. All right, so we have a new color of the month, which is a dusty pink.
Yeah, it's
I
like
don't
Dusty
remember.
Rose.
Dusty rose. There you go. All right.
That's what I've
I
been
have
calling
I have my color of the month right there. Um, and then let's see what else we got. Let's see. We have next week is regular, plain old Saturday. See y'all in 5 days type deal. And then what else? No upcoming shows for the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, because we have other shows coming up quick. So let's see. While we were gone, we had, let's see, so Clutter did a second relaunch of their Rainbow Sparkle show this past week, I believe. So if you had a piece in there, which I did and Nicole did, it's got a second showing because of the way their scheduling ended up being. I'm not complaining about that one bit. Let's see, there was. Let's see.
Now you're making me see if my stuff's on their website.
What? Oh,
Because it was in the gallery. I saw it in pictures, but it wasn't on like the website.
Yeah, but they sent out a notice that they were because of scheduling they were doing like a second opening to coincide with somebody else's show too, I believe. So.
Somebody else who I bought a piece at Comic-Con of their stuff.
Oh yeah, who's that?
Somebody else named TNT Plastic.
Oh, very cool.
Look what I got at Comic-Con.
Oh, neat. What's the inside innards?
I think it's like a neon-y confetti like glitter.
Okay.
But it's not like shiny glitter. It's like a flat color, so it's very Halloweenish.
Okay.
There's like a few flakes of like a shiny purple, but it's mostly like neon green, neon orange, some white in there. Good. That's gonna be hard to get up close. Actually, can you see that up close?
Sorta. It's black, purple, and silver.
Yeah,
Or at
there's
least
no
I.
the silver's the flaky. I didn't buy a sock for Mick Foley. He didn't have any socks. I did meet Mick Foley. That's he's saying that.
Who?
Mick Foley, the wrestler,
Oh.
who's like
Very
the
cool.
nicest man to walk the face of the earth.
Ah. Okay. Cool.
There is hope for the next generation of children. Just need to point that out. Or next generation of adults. I don't know. It's like 22-year-old kid was behind me in line somewhere, and they were talking about the Tamagotchi booth, and I was like, "What? There's a Tamagotchi booth?" And they were saying that there was a limited Grogu Tamagotchi, and I was like, "What? There's a Grogu Tamagotchi?" And
I think they
he's
had a
like,
Yoda one of those years ago, didn't they?
I guess. And he was like, yeah, it's limited to like 1,500 or something like that, or 15. I don't know. He was like, so I got two in case anybody I knew that would want one, like that couldn't go. He's like, if you want it, it was only like $40, and I very much bought it, and here it is.
This is the way.
While we were in line, here is my little box, and I was like, "What's your name?" And he was like, "Ryan," and I was like, "Ryan, you are the hope of the next generation." And then my friend who I was with was just laughing. She was like, "Nicole," I'm like, "What? He's fucking 22 years old, and he's being that generous. Like that is hope."
Should have given him a
You
Pink
are the
Club
hope
sticker.
that, right? Oh my god, I didn't have any stickers. You only gave me the things to pass out. I didn't have any stickers. We need to make sure I'm stocked with stickers. I have a yearly tradition of also getting the Unicorno that's at Tokidoki booth every year at Comic-Con. I have a plethora of Liberty styled unicorns now, and I'm just so grateful that they did not. I mean, they did have it at the booth, but it was last year's. I'm just so grateful that they didn't make another one this year, and instead they made a big apple type of one, so it was apple teeny.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
And when I bought it, I said to the person, "Thank you for not making another Liberty unicorn in my house."
How many Liberty unicorns have they made?
Oh God, if I've gotten one, every year since I started going there, which I don't think that's true, so I'm gonna give myself like a 1 year flex. 2016, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 6.
They've made the same colorway for each year?
The same style, different colors. Like 1 year it was a taxi, 1 year it was red, white, and blue, 1 year it was like the patina. So you get away with it. 1 year they did the Yankees and the Mets, and I was so glad that there was like another one besides like another Liberty to be like, yay.
Okay.
But yeah, this year was fun, like being on the other side of a booth, but like not just like booth working, like setting up and stuff, like before I died. And
sure.
And like when they were putting the Wi-Fi on Sarah's phone, because Wi-Fi was $300 to have on your phone to be used as yeah. So if you wanted to have Wi-Fi on your phone and use your phone as like your Venmo or whatever platform, for each phone you wanted that, it was $300.
Can't you just use your own phone's data instead?
We tried. It dead. It was lit. So when the lady came over, I said, "So whose decision was that? Was that a Reed decision, or is that a Freeman decision, or like what is that?" And she was like, "That's a Javits decision because the Javits needs to make money." And I was like, "You mean you didn't make money from the rental?" She didn't like me very much because every time I was like in the like away from her and she was setting up Sarah's stuff, you could just see her like turning her head and eyeballing me. And Sarah's like, "Well, yeah, because you fucking said what you said." And I'm like, "Well, yeah, I said what I said because that's just ugly." And I hope that like Reed next year at least talks to them about that because a lot of people were like pretty goddamn upset about that. Like it's expensive for small vendors to be able to use a charge on their phone, and it's $300. And like so, for instance, Sarah couldn't leave with her phone. If she
Right.
wanted to go anywhere, she needed to take somebody else's phone. So
Dude,
it's
no.
like unless you have a standing thing, or whatever, and that's not even paying for electricity. And apparently, like you can't use the vendor, like the Wi-Fi that was there is not the Wi-Fi that you're allowed to use when it comes to charging because of security reasons. So there's Wi-Fi that comes up as exhibitor Wi-Fi, which you get a code for, so you could use it for whatever. And then there was guest Wi-Fi, and then there was the one that they had to pay for again. And I'm like, wow, it
Seems,
just sounds like milking for money.
yeah, it seems dirty. So I have an
I
event
was
in less
like,
than 2
wow,
weeks, and guess how much they're charging for electricity?
$50.
30.
Yeah.
I saw that and I was like, all right, I'm still bringing the generator, but then I get to I'm gonna hook up as many lights as freaking possible so I could have. Um, sorry, I got lost in the shape. So I'm gonna bring as many lights as possible to just light up the booth. Like $30. That's a steal.
There's just no way that they're not making money to have to charge that.
Right. Seems
It's
dirty.
irrational.
Like,
And the thing is, like, already with like having shows at Javits, like the New York like labor and the New York Union is so fucked as it is. Like yeah, Sarah and all them, if it came on wheels, like if they had to wheel it in, they weren't allowed to bring it in.
what?
You're not allowed to you're not allowed to plug your electricity in. Somebody has to come over and plug in your plug for you.
Oh yeah. Just like the first 5 points, huh?
Yeah. And then
Okay. Oh, that's fun.
what else was there? It was like if it's on 4 wheels, you weren't on the second day, so Wednesday load in. Wednesday load in. You couldn't bring it in on 4 wheels. It had to be 2 wheels only. Or you had to be in the loading dock. I don't know.
Huh. Sounds.
The Rangers and the That's not. It's the Chargers and the Cow. I know you're calling the Cowboys.
I'm sorry. This
Cowgirls,
is weird
but
having this show all be on my phone with Raw on my tablet and the Rangers and Cowgirls split screen.
he's calling the Chargers.
Good
and the
for you.
Cowboys.
You're like you're in back. It's like Back to the Future Part 2. Good for you, man.
Didn't they have a fist fight before the game started? Like the game didn't even start, and they were already like throwing fists at each other.
Who, the Rangers?
No, he's
Go
the
New
Cowboys
York.
and the Cowboys and the Chargers.
Oh,
They were like fist fighting each other.
well, they can show that on TV.
No, I know that the Rangers. Oh, never mind. I didn't realize that. I didn't even realize hockey season started.
Oh, damn! God damn it!
What?
I figured baseball, and I was making fun of it. Thanks, Dylan.
Well, are the Rangers actually playing? Aren't they done in baseball? I don't even know what's going on in any sport.
Shit.
All I know is that the Raiders beat the Patriots yesterday, and that's apparently not that hard to do anymore. But we barely beat them, so.
Aww. All right, so let's see. What are you drinking tonight, Nicole?
This
Plain old H2O. There you go.
Yeah, because my Gatorade's gone. I only had one big one, so
Okay. Yeah,
we're just gonna
that's what I
pile this
got
on as
too.
much as humanly possible. Oh, look, my bullies are there. Sorry, I just got excited.
I had a colossal coffee before we got on because I don't know what time I'm going to bed tonight. I'm in after this. I had this. Sorry, guys, I got distracted by an odd sculpt. I can't tell what something is. I'm just going to make it up. Be like, well, that's the new eye. And
My cat is behind me right now, being
Mhm.
being like the studio cat,
There
but
you go.
she has like, I wish I could contort. I wish I could even move my body this much. So I'm gonna have to do this with my fingers. She's laying like this, like if this is her stomach facing like out, she's like this, and her foot's like this. So it's like, look, she's like airing out her hoo ha against the wall.
We all got to air out the hoo ha.
I'm just like, absolutely. I watched The Price is Right when I was sick, and all my children.
That a cool tradition.
It was a tradition, and Gullah Gullah Island.
Okay.
That was a
What have
kids
you
show back in the day.
What have you been working on with that when you're not being working on self-preservation in the time
Oh,
of
it's in the other
sickness?
room. It's my sad salesman blank. Where the hold on. Hold
Oh,
on. Keep talking. I'll be
all right.
back. Give me like 20 minutes. It might take a while to get there.
Sad salesman. That's cool. All right, so let's see what else we got going on over here. I don't know. It's The Price is Wrong, bitch. All right. I apparently watched the wrong thing as while being sick as a kid. It's all right. Yeah, all right. So let's see what else we got going on over here. I don't know. Well, there you go.
Oops. I lied. It's in the trunk of my car. No, he
Okay.
didn't go to New York Comic Con. He doesn't come here for that.
No, that is an expensive that is an expensive time for me. So yeah, no, Dylan. I had a piece that I had 3 pieces there, though. So I had a piece with Martian. I had 2 pieces with Martian toys. Aaron had wanted. This was cool because Aaron wanted. Aaron said he was putting on everything that they have made on display, and he wanted to do customs for have a custom of every piece that they've made. So I sent my what he asked for my what the f piece, and that should have been on display there and potentially for on sale. And I had a custom Raw Man for the Raw Man show that was there. And I had my space station diorama at Stormy Vaults.
Ooh.
So they had said they had said that I had asked them when I was invited. I had asked them what the theme was, and they're like, "Oh, it's no theme. It's just a whatever self promotion you want to be able to do in a custom show on a group show." So I very much sent the diorama that I made that is linked to another YouTube channel and my own, and insisted that the QR code to my YouTube video for the space station was there, and I saw it on display, and that they did have the QR code on display with it, which I very much appreciate. And yeah, so I kind of lurked on Instagram a little bit, but I ended up doing uh, family stuff. I suppose I am part of the family now, so I ended up
I
doing
suppose.
this. Like, it's very interesting because Alicia's uncle will now just call me relative instead of Rick. So yeah, space
You should
station.
you
Let's
should
see.
tell them that there's no photo on yours.
What? No, what?
No photo for your raw man.
Oh, I like it has a black background. All right, let's see. I'll share.
There's like 3 of them that don't have photos, so you should so you can get yours up there because they didn't have they didn't have names for anyone on any of
So
them.
that's the space station diorama that I had on display at Stormy Vault, made out of a cargo container that was produced by Martian Toys. Let's see. And see. Did it stop? It stopped, right? Okay, and then where the hell's my ramen at? I'm sorry if we're talking with food in my mouth or brush in my mouth. Or what the fuck?
You're
Oh,
allowed
we're
to talk
backwards.
with a brush in your mouth.
All right, so then let's see. Oh, cool. I feel like you had that on your. I did. Every piece that went to New York Comic Con has been on this show. I promise.
He shows
Um,
them.
I
I
do.
don't.
I have no problem sharing here. And then here's the blacklight shot of my ramen that was there. Boom.
I
That
love
turned
that
out.
little fucker. It looks
That
so
turned out.
good in person, by the way. I did go to the
Thank
booth.
you. Thank you.
I did be a big girl.
Very good. So yeah, and then the what the f? I don't know where in my. Uh, I have it. I promise. I just don't. I can't get to it quick enough.
I bought this from Reb
What'd you buy? Oh,
to support
very
him
cool. Very cool.
because he came by and said hi. So I was like, okay, let me go by and say hi back.
Well, there you go. That's all it takes, huh? That's cool.
I mean, Reb is my friend. He's like my big brother.
Nah,
I-
yeah, Reb's okie doke.
I don't know if you know the guy Buddy the Rat. He dresses up as a rat, and he runs
Yeah,
around here.
dude. Was he at
So-
5 points?
Well, so he works with Plastic Pizza now, and yes, he was at 5 points, and
Dude.
so he's awesome, and he's hilarious, and I guess he's like super well known in New York, and like so well known in New York for what he does, and like people all over New York Comic Con were freaking out because I got to run around with him and record him on Friday, and like get content and stuff, and he got to make one of the like press shirts that New York or that they were doing at like the actual New York Comic Con booth of like the rat thing. So they gave him and I both one of these because he made that. He got to press them, and because I was recording it, they gave me the other one. And
Nice.
I ran around an entire convention floor with my badass foot recording a man in a rat suit. But like people loved it, and it was, I think that like you don't even realize like when you're in pain that like you're in pain when people are so excited because people were like, oh my god, that's Buddy the Rat. Like people are fucking like screaming for it, like excited and like loving it. And I'm like, okay, you do what you do. You do
Nope.
you.
Nope. Very much gets on my. That was unsettling. At
Oh, really?
yeah, dude. Because I have a rodent phobia.
Oh. Then you
So
definitely wouldn't like it when he takes a moment. He runs up to people who are kind of weirded out by him.
To see that crawling around right in front of me was like super unsettling. When Casey came by, I was like, oh, thank Jesus, I can talk to her and not look at that. Which seems funny because I am painting something that a rat thing here that is less unsettling than watching that. Yeah, dude, I was like,
He's so nice if that makes a
what?
difference.
I'm sure he's a nice dude. Like, but yeah, and he's picked the right thing, right? Like
For New
it's
York, for sure.
fine. He's got a shtick, and I can't say, hey, I hate your shtick, but man, your shtick is your shtick is unsettling, man. Sorry. It's like,
No, you
please,
guys weren't the
please
only
do
two
that
who didn't go to New
elsewhere.
York.
What?
Dylan said that you and him were the only two who didn't go to New York Comic Con. That's not true.
Well, okay.
But here you go, Dylan.
But like, no, it was super fucking unsettling. It's like I've never been triggered by something like that outside of being at the school.
That makes me so sad. That makes me so sad. Only because like that's a genuine. I know that's genuine, and that makes me sad because it's like he's so cool, but then he has obviously something that makes you uncomfortable, and I don't like that.
Yeah, it's super uncomfortable. It's like that's I don't want to tell it's like that and the loud noises on the last day made 5 Points super unpleasant. Like,
yeah.
So yeah, like, not, I can't fault him for why
having a shtick.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, well, I mean, it's like people who are afraid of clowns. Like,
that's me.
Okay, so yeah, you want a Chuck E. Cheese clown going around? No.
I also realized the other day how my fear of clowns started, and it's not because of what I always thought it was. Like, have you ever had like a moment where like the scent of something or the sound of something makes you go, oh shit? Like, it triggers a memory.
I want you to.
I was watching Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Whenever I hear in public, I think, oh, there is a kid that is freaked out on the spectrum, and I want to go the other way. Like seriously, I can hear a kid, or if I hear like a scream, I used to go towards the fire. Now it's like I don't want to see why somebody's screaming anymore.
Yeah, no.
Let's see. You didn't find it, Dylan. I fucking presented it to the world.
He literally just told us.
We're just going to file that under N for no shit, Sherlock.
Oh, no. Yeah, no. We're not going to do this. We're not going to do this to you.
So, yeah. I mean, like, here's my rose thing, or my dusty pink thing. It's in a synthwave color scheme of a rat coming for a book nook, a rat coming out with this little treasure box and a little suit, and I'm telling myself it's okay because it's in an unnatural setting.
It's an inanimate object in which you are in control of it.
And so, like, yeah, I was going to paint it all albino-like, and I'm like, once I started, because it had a nice fleshy base color, and I was like, nope. So went with pink, went with a synthwave color scheme, and I'm happier for it. So,
I'm proud of you. On Saturday, I'll show off my Blanc. I can't even call it blank because it's literally called Blanc.
Really?
And then it made me laugh because I think on the show the Collector's
Is it
Con,
the thing that's sitting down?
Yes. The Collector's Con, and it said like name our mascot. You said Blanc, and I was like, that's Sad Salesman's toy. I'm like, but that would be a cute ass name. But yeah, his name is Blanc, and he looks like a fat potato.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think it's very interesting the ways people have been able to like design and like decorate it.
Yeah.
For my like thing to work the way I did it, I had to cut its eyes off. Like the tiny little like divot or little like bump out. I had to like take an X-Acto blade and cut it off and then sand it real quick. Cause like I tried to paint it, like paint over it, and I was like, that looks fucking weird. Like even with it just being like black over it, I'm like, nope. If you can angle it and see that little dot, it just looks strange.
That's cool.
Arachnophobia. There's a
Oh
movie
yeah,
called
yeah.
Arachnophobia.
Jeff Daniels movie with John Goodman and who else was in there? Yeah, I remember seeing that when I was in the 6th grade. Yeah, fun movie. All about spiders, or at least one particular one. Hell, I watched something cool on spiders last night. So I've been watching this dude called Clint's Reptiles on YouTube. And
reptiles.
This dude, you could tell he's on the fucking spectrum. He's so fucking excited about his reptiles and shit. But like, he's got a lot of cool information, and he's based out of Utah. Decent enough, good enough guy, good enough channel. Love watching him handle his reptiles and stuff, and he's got a lot of information. And that's about as close as I want to get to the reptiles and stuff. But yeah, like there are some things that you could tell that trigger him that are just hilarious. Like he has done a couple of like Halloween skeleton decoration reviews to where like it'll be like, this thing is not accurate. And it's like, no shit, it's a decoration, but he'll still try and like tear the bad designs a new one, but fun. And then
this is not
fun.
Accurate.
Yeah, but if there's a skeleton that is accurate, he gives it that equal prop too, and that's fun because like he just finished his latest Halloween decoration review this past week, and I watched it, had a good time. Like there's one that's fucking like an octopus skeleton from last year, and it made an appearance this year, and he's like, I don't know. He's just blasting the idea that an octopus does not have a skeleton, and yet here we are having this conversation.
Oh God! Now Dylan has a question that's like my fruit questions for you.
Well, wait, is it all rodents or one in particular? Dude, like we have a working arrangement in the house where like I will kill all the bugs. Alicia will throw away the mice in the traps. So like, I'll trap them, but
I guess he means hamsters.
She'll get rid of them. Dude, I don't care about that. I don't want a fucking invasive thing in my house.
Okay, so Dylan, he means rats and mice. And
rats and mice. I'd eat a guinea pig.
Cool with the squirrels.
I watch, well, sort of. They're like, as long as they stay inside or outside. Like, I'd be okay to try a guinea pig. Eat that.
You would eat a guinea pig?
Yeah, dude. Bunny Mischief
awful.
was talking. Benny Mischief was talking about that on one time on Booze and Buddies. And I'm like, yeah, I'd do that. But like,
poor babies.
Why? They barbecue them in South America.
The poor babies. Stop.
So, like,
my poor baby. I'm thinking of the poor little thingies.
So, like, look it up. Grilled.
No, I had them as pets. I can't stop.
Grilled. See, there you go.
I had them as kids. I can't think of them as food.
Like, you ever see the Book of Eli?
Oh my God, that movie fucks me up.
So, like, imagine him eating that cat.
No.
So yeah, dude.
Nobody wants to imagine that. Nobody.
All right, let's see. So yeah, yeah, no, dude. Like, I came here to watch an art show and turned into a therapy session.
But that's how
Oh,
it
you
is.
know,
You go to your bar, you go to your nail salon, you go to
you know. It's just,
if a rat goes inside, does it become a mouse? And if a mouse goes outside, does it become a rat?
no, dude.
Shut the fuck up, you
Oh,
dumbass.
please. No, dude, I had a rat invade my home, and I didn't know it until I found where it was hiding, and it had destroyed 15 years worth of my crap. That was just in a little, it's in a storage closet. Apparently, this rat had found access to this closet by virtue of a sewer line, and would help itself to destroying the stuff in there, and didn't actually go into the house itself, but helped itself to all kinds of crap in there, and just yeah. I ended up paying for an exterminator to get rid of it because I wasn't doing it.
I had pet mice. Because for some reason in sophomore year of high school, the seniors thought the prank should be to let out an entire thing of mice into the student center that we had. And people were like, it was gross. People were stepping on them by accident. It was awful. And I picked up 2 and put them in my pocket, and they came home with me, and then I had pet mice. And my dad was furious when he found out. But they were already dead, so ha 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 to him. Because they were never meant to like live that long, obviously. Dylan, you don't need to send me the fucking thing. I know exactly what you were talking about. It's the last scary movie that I saw. He's sending me a text of the reference that he just said in our fucking. Oh god, this is how this is how you want to know how invested this man is in our podcast. He texted me last night as I was dying to ask me if we were going live.
Hey, thanks a bunch, Dylan. Appreciate it.
He's like, show tonight.
Hey, thanks so much, Dylan.
If it's like past 9 o'clock and we're not live, he'll be like, show? Question mark? And I love it. I love it.
Thanks a lot.
It actually makes me really fucking happy. Not even gonna lie. It's not me just saying that. It's like genuine happy. I'm like, oh, we're missed.
Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah.
Oh, we're loved. I did. I said, shut the fuck up, Dylan. Shouldn't that have told you that I knew the reference? And he was talking. I'm not going to say shut the fuck up, Dylan, and start talking, like having a different. It's literally the last scary movie I saw. I didn't watch any of the rest of them. Back to toys and art. Because that's what the show's about. I got watching, this.
Oh, here we go. For Halloween, we are watching Rocky Horror.
Oh, I have to watch that. And throw toast at the TV.
Alicia had invited a coworker over, and one of the parties doesn't like scary movies, so we've settled on Rocky Horror. So okay. Oh my god.
Okay, so since you said someone doesn't like horror and you had to settle, there is this entire section on Hulu for Halloween, and it's like Huluween or whatever, and it has like the levels of scary. And first of all, I don't really understand how they're like doing this, because some of them I would consider to be like, I'd swap a bunch, but one of them is not even scary. It's just a thriller, and it has my cousin in it, and I like, and like 3 or 4 people have asked me if I watched it, and it's like a BDSM movie. I'm like, bro, no, I haven't watched that. Like,
well, why not? Cool. Seems like it would be a good time.
No. It's like when I was watching him in Catch-22, and I didn't know that there was an entire episode where for like 4 minutes his ass was showing, and I was like, thank you. That's fun.
Whose ass?
My cousin's ass.
Oh.
That's why I won't watch the BDSM movie, because it's my cousin's movie, and he's the guy that's who's getting BDSM'd.
Oh.
And I'm like, no, thank you. Somebody else let me know. Somebody else let me know the reviews on it.
So I made a shirt Speaking of BDSM, I made a shirt for Valentine's Day for my Amazon store. That it's just I'm sure I think I've worn it on here. It's a big candy heart, and it says safe word on it.
Yeah, I love that
And
shirt.
so, it's hilarious. Thank you. And we were up at Alicia's grandma's the other week, and I wore that shirt there. And grandma's boyfriend, who's like 90 plus, finally asked me about it while I'm getting ready to make fried rice for everybody. And so I had to explain the whole concept to him. And he chuckles and snorts. And I said to him, if you make any comment about that to Alicia, I will kick your ass. I don't care how old you are. And he just, oh yeah, I understand what you're saying. Like, good. Do you believe me? Oh, sure. Okay. like,
The question isn't do you understand? The question is do you believe me?
so I was just like, I was wearing it to be a fucking clown. But I know how this dude works and how he operates, and he'll just make fucking weird ass snide comments. So I was very much like, I'm gonna tell him. But at the end, he's going to know he won't make it to septuagenarian if he says something stupid to my wife. Just like, fucking end this old man. So, gee, should I have said that on YouTube?
Whatever. They'll be fine. All right, I'm gonna ask an artist / collector question of you.
Okay.
If something comes in a box like this,
and
it has this whole like
what is
lovely.
That? Oh, is that the Roberts?
It's called Robbie Art, and it's
cool.
some guy.
Hey, David.
Some guy from Japan that didn't even have an Instagram until me and my friend, like Mike, who were walking around the day I met Mick. So before I died, on Saturday when we were walking around, he was like, "Oh no, I don't have an Instagram." Literally, he made an Instagram that night, and fucking like Dragon76 started following him, all that shit. And I was like, "Bro, we told you," but it was like this older guy's company. I guess it's his art, and it was like the younger guy. We were talking to the younger guy who was helping him, and we are like, "Tell him he needs Instagram." And the older guy's like this, just like shrugging his shoulder, like, "Nah, nah." But like this was the smaller one, and it was like $30.
Mm-hmm.
And it has this cute little void seal, and I'm like, I don't want to open it, but I want to open it.
Well, what has time taught us about not opening toys?
That it does bad stuff to toys.
You gotta let that breathe.
It has air. See, leaf seal. It has air.
So David's telling you one thing. I'm going to tell you. I collect to customize. So like almost no toy that I have is still in a box because it's all pretty much a setup one day that I will paint it. With the exception of an actual cause that I was given that'll probably go up on eBay shortly. But I collect to customize. So I would be taking that thing out of the box. The box would probably be like, if I say boxes, I have them up on the really high shelf because it's the high shelf. Because it's over, Anakin.
Okay, I should have gotten two. Well, then you give me the other $30 for the second one.
Should have gotten two. One to open and put away.
You know what? If I could, trust me, if I could, I would have gotten the big one that they had. That was like this big. That's like it reminded me very much of the Huck G like bait. What was it, the Robotex that they did in terms of height scale, but with ears. But that was like $150, and I was like, yeah, I don't know you to be like dropping that much money yet. But I have a feeling like by next year, everybody and their mother's going to be like, have you heard of this company, Tokyo Sakura Toys? And I'll be like, yeah, bitch, I got them last year. Where were you?
Wow, way to be on the ground floor.
Should have asked you to send me the money. Who? Oh my God, David, shush. No, no, Dave. I think you'll like their stuff. They had 4 like basketball teams, like also like branded ones, and I think they like actually have a deal with the NBA for that. And I was like, what? And it was the Nets, the Celtics, the Warriors, and I can't remember the other one, but it wasn't the Knicks because I would have gotten that one. But I did get my friend who's a Warriors fan the Warriors one.
Nice. That's cool.
I thought that was badass. I was like, look at you guys. You have all this stuff and you don't even have a fucking Instagram.
Look at you.
Look at you.
Helping boost people. Nice. Nice.
I even said to my friend, I was like, watch what's gonna happen after we walked away with like that one. I'm like, next year they're gonna be popping.
That's cool.
Oh my God, their Instagram is hilarious. Their name is Tokyo Sakura Toys 2023. That's how you know it's a company that's never made an Instagram before. They just throw the year on after.
Maybe there's another company.
Their toy is fucking cool, in my opinion.
I'll take a look at that in just a minute. I'm laying out a shit ton of.
I'll send you their Instagram.
Eyeballs and stuff. Because I got 5 followers now. Cool. All right. Dylan, are you following us? Are you following Paint Club on YouTube and get the notifications? Is that how you were able to pop in so quick?
Yeah, because I didn't tell him what time.
Just curious.
Dave, aren't they cool? Now we gotta figure out how to buy them.
And Dave, did you see this on Glowman, or how did you see this link, or did you get the notifications? So, I'm very curious how this is working out.
Yeah, tell us, people.
Earlier, I was supposed to do a live stream on my other channel, and because I've had my good airbrush soaking for 2 days now, because I made a mistake with it, and it needed a long, good soaking. And
he opened YouTube and saw we were live.
Oh, cool.
So okay, that's still it. Yeah, I get notified because Nicole doesn't tell me shit.
Well, okay. Well, anyway.
Yep. Sounds about right. I also wasn't even sure what time we were going on today, to be honest, until Rick sent me the link, and I was like, okay, let me slowly get the things together and crawl into the other room. Oh, here, yes. I got this one other blank that's actually next to me that won't take me very long to grab. And I thought you'd like it. Because technically
this week's kind of sketchy, so you follow.
Technically it's not a blank. It's not a blank, but
with enough acetone, anything is.
Well, it's not painted. That's why I'm like, but technically it's a blank. It's the Creme Cafe edition of Nathan Hamill's Pop Octopus figure. His little.
Oh, I have one of his.
So I grabbed 2 of them so I could have one unpainted and then one painted of mine.
Right on. That's cool.
I always find it pretty damn cool that Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker's kid's one of us. It's one of us. And he's a really nice guy too. Like really, really sweet. I forgot what he posted when because he's in Japan right now. He posted something that he was making, and it was very Star Wars-esque. And I was like, "Look at you, father, and you're following in your father's footsteps. How cute!"
Thank goodness he had a famous daddy, right?
It doesn't hurt that they both look exactly like him.
Yeah, Maybe Disney should have just passed the torch on to one of the Hamill kids and stop
Younger
spending
one.
it.
Younger one of the two would look like him, like when he was younger.
Yeah. Disney should
But
just
hands down.
cut one of the young Hamills a deal and be like, here, fans shouldn't complain when we get the guy's kid to play him again. But you know they will. They'll bitch so much. It's like, why don't you spend the money to make Luke Skywalker ageless? Because it costs that much. It takes that much longer. It's cheaper to have an actual dude. And it's like, we gave you Luke Skywalker's kid to play Luke Skywalker. What more do you want?
Yeah, what else could you have asked for?
We want a time machine so that we can have Luke Skywalker always. So, yes. So, yeah, we, let's see. Yeah, actually, this could be our post-Ahsoka show.
I haven't watched it.
Oh,
I haven't finished.
dude,
I haven't finished.
shame.
No, I
Fucking
didn't have
shame.
time. I didn't have time. Sorry.
No. You were given all the time.
I was given a time where I was not here for most of the days.
You were given an extra week, young lady.
I wasn't here for most of the days, and then I slept all yesterday.
Shame.
I was in here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, dying Saturday, dying Sunday.
You were given an extra week to be caught up. Shame.
That is the job for the next few days.
Dude, nobody said, like, Nicole, watch it on the second half. It was just, Nicole, you had 8 days to watch it.
I know. And
Nicole technically you had 9 because you were laid up.
I'm so sorry.
So, shame.
No. Fine. Shame.
Yeah. So, but Sabine Wren, still worst Mandalorian. Even the kid who got sucked up by the dragon bird in the season 3 of The Mandalorian, better Mandalorian than Sabine Wren. Still holds true.
Yes. I'm still dying. Dave, if you have any idea how much right now, the fact that I'm in a chair is helpful. Every time I stand up, I'm like, oh. Motion.
That sucks.
I think the worst part is all that spine shit that, the spinal injuries and shit. It's like afterwards now I'm just like, just break me, please. But Sabine Wren, yes, the worst.
Are you able? Yeah, she is the worst. The fucking worst.
Am I able to what?
Are you able? Does it hurt to puke because of your back?
Yes.
Well, there you go.
It didn't. It didn't for the first 2 minutes, and then it did for the remainder of the night. My rib cage hurts. Like I can't even smoke really. Like I have my pen here, but if I take a pull and I cough, done. Stab me in the rib cage. And that was like the only thing to get me to stop like wanting to puke yesterday for a little bit was like smoking my guts to death. And then all of a sudden I was just like, bleh. And then I was like, and I'm like, okay, goodbye. And like, so did you know that for every food poisoning, there's a name for it, like a real name? And I learned this thanks to Dylan sending me a link on how to help myself with food poisoning.
Oh, geez.
Like for there's Salmonella, E. coli, blah blah blah.
Okay.
So when it's shrimp or like seafood, it's fucking norovirus.
No, I did not know that.
And I was like, all I could think was like, honestly, why? Like, just why? Why me? Why now? I felt so bad for Plastic Pizza because my AirPods were with them.
Okay.
My earrings were with them. Things that they could have theoretically mailed to me, but I had Skadutz's gifts, and they're gonna go see her, and I was supposed to go see them too, see her too today, and I literally stood up and I was like, Which thankfully she understood. I just felt really bad because obviously I won't see her, and they can't. So like Plastic
You
Pizza
should make
came.
a side trip to go see her when you feel better. Like,
Oh, I
she's
already
in the
talked to her. I asked her which
she's
day
in the
this.
hospital, dude.
Well,
Like,
I asked her which day this week, with her radiation schedule, she would prefer. I already asked her. Come on,
good.
Rick. I talked to her. I already
Good.
covered my bases. And I
Good.
also asked her because I know for a while she was anti-visitors. I said to her,
Uh-huh.
like, are you finally like okay with people coming? And she was like, at this point, like, with everything that's changed, she's
Yeah.
like, she's like, I think I've like made myself sad enough not having visitors. And I go, well, fucking good, because now you're gonna see my ass at least once a week.
Well, there you go. That's
And
good.
she's like, I'm an hour and a half away from you. And I was like, okay, what the fuck is your point, bitch? Like, I'll come at 8 in the morning and I'll leave at like 2.
Yeah.
Like, as long as you're up for it, like, be prepared for my ass and my like to come and my face to be all up in yours.
Well, there you go. Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah, she needs some people. So, but so Plastic Pizza had to drive up here to get all that. So it was like they would have gone there right as visiting hours closed today. So they're like, okay, we'll go in the morning. Like we'll just stop and get an Airbnb, or not Airbnb, a hotel or whatever. And Sarah shows me where their hotel is, and you don't know anything about where I live, but they're in Rye, New York. They're literally like fucking like walking distance from me. I was like, you got real far. I was like, you literally are like where my coffee place is, you fucking assholes.
Nice.
I was like, in the morning, if I can walk, do you want to get coffee?
Yeah. And they're just going back to Florida after this?
Oh, yeah, they're going to see Jen, and then they're going to go back to Florida, yeah.
Okay.
And then they're going to have Pop Shop Live with, like, all this stuff. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah.
Okay. Their hustle is good. Their hustle is big, so.
Yeah. And
that's
you know
cool.
what, though? They are the only place I know that takes 0% gallery cut.
Huh.
Yep. And I have told them that they need to change that.
Yeah.
And a lot of us have told them that. And hopefully that they're going to do that.
Yeah.
I think they feel uncomfortable. And I think they like doing what they do, like as it is, but I think they're gonna maybe put a small percentage so it does like, help, but it doesn't make anyone feel like, how do you go from 0 to 40.
The artist outcry when people complain that galleries take too much, they don't fucking realize. Those are people who haven't shown enough.
You can go to New York and you can buy space at the gallery and not sell $1.
Right. Like
and then how does that feel? It feels just as shitty as giving. Feels less shitty than giving. I'd rather give 40% or 50% per sale than $500 for a certain space on a wall and then not sell anything to make that back.
Yeah.
And like most people who haven't done like actual New York galleries, like small galleries that you have to pay for space like that, which is a huge thing out there. I'm like, bro, you should try that and see how much you like it, because you will hate it. I hated it. I did it in what was it, last July, because I thought it would be great exposure, and like it was, but I think I made like $100, so I lost $400. I would have much rather have given 50% and made $50. Only made $50 versus losing $400.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, like, I mean, it's a slippery. I don't want to call it a slippery slope, but it's not a damned if you. It's a weird thing, but like the gallery, like it's symbiotic. You exist. You have an exposed moment because of the gallery. And the gallery should be getting a cut for it. But I also feel like the gallery should be like helping in the promotion, and that's huge. Like the gallery should have, in theory, the gallery should have like a bigger following than you, and so you're paying to be attached to that following. And that's where my rationale comes from, because like, you know, like doing two shows with Martian Toys. Look at how many followers Martian Toys has on Instagram, right? Like, even if you pay for a boost on Instagram, you're still not going to get as much coverage as what a company with tens of thousands of followers. I think I'm not going to grab my phone, but Martian Toys has an exponentially larger following than I do. So for them to be able to say, like, just even once, like, oh hey, Strohmeyer's going to be selling stuff here at this time, that reaches more people than me doing it for a week or two, screaming from my Instagram every day.
Yeah.
So you pay for that, and yeah, that's their job. Um, what annoys
Especially
me
when
is,
they're hosting, shipping, doing all of the
and
parts.
that's stuff I don't like to do. So you're now like giving that responsibility up to somebody else. Like, I do it. There's no no doubt about it. I do it. Um, but yeah, like, you're giving that responsibility to them, and okay, like, they, like, people who don't like it, they don't have to fucking do it. They don't have to fucking go to the show. They don't have to try and get gallery shows. They can just cry on their internet that galleries take too much away. Fine. When the galleries go away, what the fuck are you gonna do? Like,
Sink.
it's like, please tell me, because one of the biggest critics that I've seen who criticizes the idea that galleries take too much, I've seen him do very little in the past 2 years. So, like, either you're really good at selling stuff and having customers not share what they bought from you online, or you've shot yourself in the foot and you're not doing much at all. Like, if there's another option there, I would love to hear it.
No, I think that's it.
So, I am open to hear as many points of view as possible, but what I see and what I experience is, experience is experience is my best teacher. There we go. Well, welcome to Rick's soapbox. So yeah,
experience is my best.
Experience is my best teacher. Like, there's a silly meme that floats around with Dean Martin that says, what was it? Experience comes from, let's see, the bad judgment. Experience couldn't, shit, I don't remember. Sorry, too much coffee. I'm floating. I'm going around too many, let's see, well, that comes from experience. Oh, I don't remember it. Fuck it. Anyway, so yeah. Here's my tirade about people hating on fucking galleries. Like, remember, there was about 7 years ago, 8 years ago, Roto Fuji thought they were going to close their doors. All right.
Yeah.
They had very much said, like, hey, we're thinking of closing the doors, and like, they had this. There's a huge push amongst the toy community of trying to, like, everybody's buying something from them, and I was no different. In fact, that's 7 years ago. That summer, like, I came back after liquidating my dad's estate, and Alicia took care of the house, the dog was taken care of, and as a very selfish way of saying thank you, I took her to Chicago for a weekend, right? We drove out there. We went and saw this cool tourist attraction in Wisconsin called House on the Rock. It was very cool. It's what happens when homies have too much fucking money. This thing. And But so we went there, and one of my plans while being in Chicago was I wanted to spend some money at Roto Fuji. I spent like $200 then, uh, and I don't have a single toy from that. Everything got bought, customized, and sold, right? But that was the plan. Just like going in, seeing this show. I think Travis Lumpe had a show at that time, which was kind of fun to see his stuff in person. But yeah, and so we enjoyed the sights and flavors of Chicago. I looked up Anthony, recommendations by Anthony Bourdain of where we would go eat, and we ended up having a fantastic time. About 75% of our meals were done off of that concept of recommendations from Anthony Bourdain, and the other 25% were hit or miss. And yeah, we had a great time. And Roto Fugi's still around, not because I spent $200 there, but we all.
No, it's because of Rick. It's because of Rick and his $200.
Rick's $200.
Oh, that Rick.
It's always been that extra $200 that have kept the lights on since then. But like at that point in time, it was hard to imagine what would the designer toy scene look like without Roto Fuji or Fuji. So
now Rick is the reason why it survived.
So yeah, that's the other soapbox.
The other soapbox.
And at that time, let's see, there was also a Kickstarter from Travis Lumpe, and some other dude that I had bought some of his art or postcards from Stranger Factory in Albuquerque. Called the Kickstarter game was called Vampires versus Unicorns, and you set up your arrangement of cards, and then you threw cards at your opponent's arrangement to eliminate them. I don't know what the hell I'll go get it. I'll be right back. Say something fun.
Oh no, I have to say something fun. When he's done, I'm gonna go lay down. That's fun. I'm gonna show these again because I'm so excited. But I am sad because I was going to go back yesterday and get Rikishi to sign something because I like to have these to go with every person I meet. But it was wonderful. And yeah, Mick Foley is hands down the nicest human being I have ever met in my entire goddamn life. So, look, I said something fun. Is he back yet? Look, I did it.
All right.
I came through.
Let's see. Vampires versus Unicorns.
Oh my god. You weren't kidding.
Yeah. No, I was not. So I don't. Let's see. We have only played this once in my house, and the reason being, I'm going to take these gloves off because I don't want to accidentally get paint on them. So let's see. The reason we've only played this once in the house is because the house is cluttered, and you need about 8 by 4 feet worth of floor space to play this game. We just do not have that here. And the one time we played this, we had just gotten Munin, and it was kind of hard to play this game around a new puppy. Playing it around 2 puppies, harder. So it has these floor tiles that you put down, and you have the unicorn side and the vampire side. Here's one of Travis Lumpe's. So you would put these down, and
I love
same.
it.
No, it's different.
It's a
So
little bit,
he's made some designer toys. The most recognizably is one that's just like a teardrop shape that has a lot of pad printing on it. And yeah, that's actually the best light right there. And
Huh.
okay, and then the vampire side, all kind of old timey etchings of weird ass dudes.
That looks like some shit that would be like Lad the Impaler or something.
Yeah,
Creepy. Creepy. Creepy.
yeah. There we go. And one more. So you lay these out on the floor, and then you get your decks, your vampire deck or your unicorn deck, and then you take turns. You draw your card, and then you throw it onto the other person's tile to eliminate them. All right, fun. We've only been able to do it once, and then I think Alicia took this to a game night for the college kids. I think this game has seen like 2 or 3 excursions, but the artwork is absolutely beautiful on it, and I love it. So, yeah. But it was pretty nice to see his work in person, and actually the other dudes. Travis Lampe and Travis Louis, and I've seen Travis Louis stuff at Stranger. Like I said, I've seen his stuff at Stranger Factory. So
Travis
I
and
don't know.
Travis.
Travis and Travis. So yeah, cool stuff. Very pleased about it. So yeah.
Ow.
Let's see. And I'm painting book nooks tonight. Like I got these from a 3D printer on Etsy. I shared some of the other ones on Instagram earlier today. Ooh, I finished the Bald Eagle Mad Monster this week too. And I think I have, yeah. So let me see. I think I have, well, I have a picture of it from when I varnished it. So let's get to that. The plan is to make a video for YouTube with all the Mad Monsters on it, or in it. So there it is in the background.
Oh my god.
Turned out super cool, didn't it?
Yeah, dude.
So yeah, America, fuck yeah. Yeah, I'm really pleased the way that came out. Yeah, just went red, white, and blue where I could, and kept the colors as true to a bald eagle as I could. I think I nailed it. And then yesterday I was painting live on Instagram, and you wouldn't believe who joined my stream for a few minutes.
Oh.
Mr. Groman. So I was painting a king corpse, and he showed up, and he had given me a couple nice words on the king corpse I was painting, and I was like, oh. Do you have a minute? And I'm gonna go. I'm having dinner with my wife. I'm like, can I reach over here and show you the last Mad Monster? So I did. So he gave it a couple of nice compliments, and I screen captured that. I was like, yeah, goals. So
awesome.
Yeah. So I was like,
so stoked. I'm so proud of you.
I was like the dog wagging, or the tail wagging the dog. It was pretty fun. So, yeah.
You got the okay from your daddy. From your toy daddy.
Cool, man. Like, yeah. Just like goals, man. Goals.
That's awesome.
So yeah. That's how I spent Comic-Con painting. and painting
Yeah.
and more painting. So look at that shit. So yeah, I have I have the little tiny version and the big version of this. And so like the idea is for these to be wedged between books because you have like these
Yeah, I was
monsters
gonna say they
coming
look
out.
like the book like fillers.
Yeah. So these are the three I have left to paint. I have in that picture I had four others, and they've been fun to paint because it's like, you know, it's kind of I don't want to call it paint by numbers, but I'm going to refer to it as paint by numbers. It's like, yeah, everything's there. You just figure out what colors you want to put in there, and it's pretty badass that way. So that's what I've set these up for the conventions that I have locally, and we'll see how they get to go. So,
I can't wait. You have to tell me how those like set up. You have to take pictures of those setups and stuff.
well, they'll look very similar to the other ones I did this summer. I promise. I've got a system now, but yeah, like it you know, like whatever local attraction I can get, cool. Oh yeah, and I did a paint battle last week, and so I saw that earlier. Thank you, David. So I did my second art battle, and this time it was at the Mall of America, which is kind of neat. And I made it out of the first round. I was very pleased about that too. Yeah, the first one I went to. The first one I went to was in an office microbrewery in downtown Minneapolis, and we were above the brewery at what felt like rented office spaces, and not like the venue really cares, but in downtown Minneapolis, you kind of have to worry about parking. At the Mall of America, you don't. Like you just don't. So I mean, the drive is a little bigger, but you know, sometimes free parking makes people or encourages people. Like, have you ever not gone someplace because the parking sucks?
Yes, my own house.
Well, okay.
Dylan will vouch for that too.
There you go. So yeah, so it was at the Mall of America. We had a great time. It was very long though, because Alicia was very tired at midnight when we got home. But I advanced to the second round, and I painted in a more Gonzo style there, and yeah, it was entertaining. I figured I'm going to have to do. I need to write myself a better introduction than what I had. And because the guy who was emceeing it did a fine job, and I'm like, I'm going to write a story next time and see how he does it. So this was my first painting. 20 minutes. 20 minutes. It was a 16 by 20 inch canvas, and yeah, had a good time. Since I advanced to the next round, I just painted something else similar, and yeah,
he looks how I feel. He looks how I feel.
There you go. So yeah, it was.
I could probably make that face if I just try to pull one eyeball out of it and just like. Oh yeah, that was attractive. That was a real attractive kid. Do that again.
Who, me?
No, me. I'm just like, I'm like, yeah, that was attractive. That was great.
Yeah, so I think that's going to be the painting style for when I go to the art battles from now on. Because I did have a lot of people entertained from it, and some other artists. I think, did I show that last week? or no?
Your paint battle, yeah, but so
Oh,
what?
I did. Oh, she. Oh, you know,
I like seeing
I
it again.
I forget when I forget when I share stuff like that.
He forgets when he has 25 cups of coffee on a fucking Monday night.
Hey, I don't have anywhere else to go, so it's okay. Yeah, so good time. And yeah, I signed up to be on the. I was like the lady who runs pig battles for the for Minnesota or Minneapolis area. Uh, she had just said like, "Hey, anybody interested in November?" And by the time I responded, she's like, "Oh, we're already filled. But if you want a December spot, I'll send you the invitation." I'm like, "You bet."
You're like,
So I wrote,
in.
"Yeah, dude." So I'm like, so I messaged one of my buddies. I was like, "You need to come with me again." Like Alicia can't handle being out that late anymore. So I'm like, I need a battle buddy. So yeah, he's on board for next
Yeah,
time.
Alicia's just gonna be like,
No,
she's gonna be like
she's
me
just
right now. If she had to go, she'd be like this right now, like me.
She's just tired, and yeah, there's just a lot of shit going on to make everybody tired. And yeah, so
We don't need to make the poor girl tired.
good times. So yeah. All right. Well, let's see what else we got. We got an hour and a half. So
We got Nicole going to bed now. Love you.
yep, that's true. I gotta go. We gotta stop because Alicia's got to go to bed. And my studio is right across the hall from where we call sleepy time. So, all right. Well, we're gonna just sign off tonight. And thanks, Nicole, for soldiering on. You didn't have to, but we all appreciate seeing you here.
Sitting is the easiest. Getting up after this is going to be a whole other story.
Well, there you go. All right, dude. All right. So we will see y'all in 5 days on Saturday. Same regular bat time, regular bat schedule. Until then, Oh, paint bravely, y'all. Bye.
Paint bravely.